this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can bring a ton of new customers into your food service business who are pre-sold on your food, who trust your brand without spending a single dollar on ads. It's called the micro-influencer strategy, and it's the exact same strategy that our students are using to fill up their tables day in and day out without spending a dollar on ads. Stick with me here in this video. I'm gonna break down step by step exactly how you can start implementing this strategy into your own food service business. So first, before actually talking about the strategy, I wanna emphasize why this is relevant in 2025. Listen, we're in an era of social media. We're not in an era of TV and billboards like it was 30, 40, 50 years ago, right? Those were advertisement campaigns that worked before, but nowadays, your customers, they're on social media. Social media is your storefront, and if you're not leveraging it correctly, you're losing out on thousands of dollars in sales. But here's the thing, you actually don't need to go viral yourself to get tons of results. You don't have to spend years posting content and building an organic following. What you could actually do is tap into local influencers in your city and leverage their brand to grow yours. This is where the micro-influencer strategy comes in. It lets you borrow the credibility and the massive exposure of these influencers. You don't have to spend a dollar on ads, and the best part, the more collaborations you do with influencers, the more your organic following starts to grow. So when you mix the influencer collaborations together with the content that you guys make, that just doubles the growth and makes you exponentially grow a lot faster than your competition. This is how the fastest growing restaurants are blowing up today, and I'm going to break down a step-by-step guide for you to be able to implement this strategy today. Step number 1, create a list of 1,000 potential influencers that you can reach out to. What you want to do is you want to find influencers in your city. So if you're in Chicago, find influencers who are also in Chicago. If you're in New York, find influencers who are also in New York. Primarily, you want to prioritize people who make content about their lifestyle or about food. If it's about food, that's even better. What you want to do is you want to look at the influencer's page, you want to look at their videos, and you want to see if the influencer's audience align with your target demographic. If it does, then that's a perfect influencer to put on your list. Step number 2 after you've created the list is you want to reach out to 100 influencers per day. Here's an exact outreach script that you can copy and paste and start sending it out today. Hey, whatever the influencer's name is, I love what you're doing with your page. I see you're based in city, and I'd love to invite you to your restaurant for an honest review of our food. No strings attached, just great food and a fun experience. Let me know what time works for you. Looking forward to connect. This works because it's personalized to them, it's super friendly, and it's not salesy. You're not talking about a collaboration just yet. All you're doing is you're just inviting them for free food. Now, once you actually get a response from this influencer, then you could actually start talking about the collaboration that you want to do with this influencer. Now, step number 3, once you agree that the influencer is going to come in at a specific time and date, of course, you want to ask your team to be prepared, but let the influencer take care of the creative process, right? Don't start to micromanage the influencer and tell the influencer that they have to create a video a certain way. No, the influencer knows how to go viral. That's why they're an influencer. So let them take control of the creative process. But typically, the type of videos that perform very, very well is a very organic testimonial review about your restaurant. So if the influencer starts a video and says, hey, here's a day in the life of me, I did X, Y, and Z, and then midway in the video, they go into your restaurant, they get your food, and they seamlessly integrate your food with their video, that's what typically performs best. Then, once the influencer actually created the video and they post the video, what you want them to do is add you as a collaborator, right? So on Instagram, there's an opportunity not for you to just tag people, but for you to actually collaborate on posts with people. So ask the influencer to collaborate with you. So it's posted from his account, it's also posted from your account that grows your organic audience. Step number 4 is actually systemizing and optimizing your online ordering. So a lot of restaurant owners, they have a very, very ugly website. It's the hard truth. Or even worse, some restaurants take traffic on their website link and redirect them to Uber Eats or DoorDash, paying them massive fees. You don't have to do that, because if you're good at your own marketing, especially using this micro-influencer strategy, there's gonna be a lot of people who wanna order from you right there and then, right? So in your link in bio, you wanna have your website, and on your website, it has to be a very easy to use, one-click purchase for the customer to be able to click the products that they want and check out just like that, right? There's a whole bunch of tools that you can use like owner.com and many others that will help you create a website that's super easy for your customers to use. You could also take your website and you could integrate your delivery system with DoorDash's delivery system or Uber Eats delivery system, right? And you're just leveraging their drivers. You're not leveraging their actual app. So the traffic is coming from your Instagram. They're going onto your website. They're placing the order on your website because it's so easy to use. And maybe you can reward them in some way for placing an order on your website. And you're actually leveraging DoorDash's and Uber Eats delivery drivers, paying them much less of a commission than if you were to redirect all that traffic to Uber Eats directly, right? I think the percentage is close to like 5 or 6% that you can pay the delivery drivers if you generate your own traffic, right? But you have to make sure that that user experience is super seamless from click on website to selecting, right? To potentially even upselling them certain items, and then getting them to check out, pay, processing that payment with your POS, and then having delivery drivers from DoorDash or Uber Eats actually deliver the food, right? It has to be a super seamless process, and I would highly recommend you to either reach out to me or go on owner.com, and they will be able to take care of you. This is no sponsorship or I'm not getting anything out from referring this business right now, but they're actually really, really great at what they do, and I would highly recommend you to use them if you don't have a easy to use website already created. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to actually set up all of the aspects of the customer journey, from creating your own website and ordering system, and even an app that customers can download on their phone and order directly there, I can create a new video about that topic. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Step number 5 is retaining these influencers once they've already collaborated with you one time, right? So the first time they collaborate with you on a video, you can get away with giving them just free food, right? And a great experience. You can get away with that. But if you want that influencer to consistently make videos for you, then you're gonna have to incentivize the influencer with dollar bills, right? Now, why is it important for influencers to continue to collaborate with you? There's a couple of reasons, right? But if you can create 1 to 2 to even 3 videos per month with the influencer, that's so much better than just one video one time, right? Because one video one time, the likelihood that that video goes viral could be yes, could be no. But when you're consistently making videos, then the likelihood for one of those videos to go viral is significantly higher. Plus, if the audience that follows the influencer sees your brand constantly, then maybe not the first time they see the video, maybe not the second time, maybe not the third time, but maybe the 4th video that they see, they're actually gonna become a customer of your business, right? So it's very, very important for you to retain these influencers and continue to have them create videos about your business, about your restaurant, so you can constantly be on the top of people's minds whenever they're thinking of food to order. Now, the best way to actually get these influencers to consistently make videos for you is to pay them per video that they make. But you can't just pay a random number to every single influencer that creates videos for you, because some influencers are bigger, some influencers are smaller, some influencers get more views, some influencers get less views, which then ultimately leads to new customers coming into your business, right? So you always have to run an algorithm, right? I've created an algorithm that everybody can follow, super simple to use. All you have to do is plug in a couple of variables, and right away, you are going to be able to see how much you can pay an influencer for a specific video. So the algorithm is super, super simple. I'll try to explain it here in this YouTube video by giving a live demonstration, and I'll also explain it with my voice, right? So the first thing that we want to find out is the average view count of the influencer. How do we get the average view count? Right, so we take the last 50 posts that the influencer created, and on average, we see how much views they get. So let's say hypothetically that an average view count that the influencer gets is 10,000 views. The next thing that you wanna do is you wanna ask the influencer to send a screenshot of their demographics inside of their Instagram account, right? To understand how much % of those views are actually your qualified audience. What do I mean by that, right? An influencer can be in New York and they can get 10,000 views, but not necessarily all 10,000 people who watch the video are actually based in New York. So only when the influencer screenshots their demographics inside of their Instagram page will you be able to tell how much % of their followers are actually inside of New York City. So let's say after the influencer screenshots, you see that 25% of their followers are in New York City, right? So that means that you can estimate that for every 10K views the influencer gets, 2,500 of them are actually qualified, who are in your order radius, right? People who can actually buy from your restaurant, because you can't be delivering to people in Chicago if you're from New York. The first number that you're always getting is the average views, and the second number that you're getting is the average qualified views that the influencer gets. So in this example that I'm giving you, the average views was 10K and the average qualified views was 2.5K. What you want to do to run the formula is take the second number, which is average qualified view count. So in this situation, it's $2,500. And what you want to do is you want to multiply it by 0.5%. What is 0.5%? That's the expected purchase conversion from all views to actually one purchaser coming into your store, right? So if we run 2,500 and we multiply it by 0.5%, the number that we're gonna get is 12.5, or you can say 12 potential orders that you're gonna get. So once again, we're going back to the formula. The first variable that you're plugging in is average qualified view count. You're multiplying it by 0.5%, which is the conversion, the expected purchase conversion, and that equals to the amount of sales that you're gonna get. So that equals to X, which is in this situation, in this example, 12. After you've done that, you understand that you're gonna get 12 sales. If someone makes a video that gets on average 10K views and 2,500 qualified views, you're gonna estimate 12 sales. After you've estimated 12 sales, what you wanna do is you wanna take 12, or take whatever number you get, and you wanna multiply it by your AOV. So if your AOV is $30, then you wanna multiply 12 by 30. If your AOV is $40, you wanna multiply 12 by 40. AOV is average order value, for those of you guys who don't know, which all restaurant owners should know their AOV. And once you've multiplied the amount of sales with your AOV, what you're gonna get next is the expected revenue that you're gonna generate from that one video, right? So let's say that you expect 12 orders, like in this example, and your AOV for your business is 30. That means that you're gonna expect $360 worth of orders for that video to be made. So if the influencer gets on average 10K views, you see their demographic, you see that 25% of their audience is your qualified audience within your radius. You get the average qualified view count, you multiply it by 0.5, you get the amount of orders that you're gonna expect it to generate, you multiply that by your AOV, and that equals to the expected revenue that you're gonna generate just from that one video. And now, this is where you start to budget on how much you're willing to pay that influencer for them to create a video for you. So what you have to ask yourself next is, how much percentage of this $360 am I willing to pay the influencer for him to create the video for me to get all this traction? I would typically recommend anywhere from 10 to 30% of this number, depending on how aggressive you're willing to get with your marketing, right? But I would recommend anywhere from 36 to, let's say 108, if you're doing 30%, dollars to pay this influencer for them to create a video, right? So keep this formula in mind whenever you are deciding on how much you're gonna pay an influencer for them to actually create a video for you. Every influencer is different depending on the view count that they have and the average qualified view count that they have, and your AOV, right? How much you're willing to pay each influencer always differs. So never just have a set price. Always run this algorithm, run this calculation prior to you paying an influencer once they start creating videos for you the second, third, fourth, fifth time around. Finally, the last step is step number 6. Make sure you're tracking all of this stuff, all right? Everything from how many influencers you've reached out to, how many of them responded, how many of them you made a video with. Make sure you're tracking that. Also, make sure you're tracking how many views the videos gets, how many actual purchasers come from those videos, what they spend with you and all that stuff. If you also want me to create another video about tracking KPIs more effectively inside of your restaurant business, then also let me know in the comment section down below. So I hope this video was super helpful. I hope that everyone took massive value from this video, because if you start implementing this micro-influencer strategy, you can see massive growth in your restaurant business, more than I could possibly even describe to you over this video right here. So just do it, try it, trust me, follow this step-by-step process, and you're gonna see massive results inside of your restaurant business. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.